Hi everyone, Pat Klasinski back at it in the kitchen at Michelle's Restaurant and Catering. Today we're working with wild mushrooms. Scott Stankowski has asked me to show him some of the things they harvest from the woods, most notably in the fall. And this is an early fall mushroom that we've picked, and it is a honey mushroom. We're at the end of the game. You'll see some footage, or you saw some footage earlier about us in the woods actually picking the mushroom. The Polish people call these buttons. They're actually, the common name for the mushroom is a honey mushroom. Scott's putting his camera on a picture of the end product after it was cleaned, boiled, and then blanched in cold water. So no seasonings, just the mushroom, but cleaned and rid of any kind of bug or thing that might be harmful to us. It is a completely safe mushroom to eat. It has a texture and a flavor bar none. It has a texture that has a little bit of a snap to it, but more of a slimy coat to it, and a flavor that is so robust and earthy that it makes people dream about the fall. I always tell people it's the oyster of the woods. It kind of has that slimy texture. When you bite into it, you get a flavor bar none. Today I'm going to take the mushrooms and I'm just going to do a simple saute. We're going to take some blanched honey mushrooms, some fresh chopped parsley, some minced garlic, some minced Bermuda onion, and we're going to saute it in clarified butter. We're going to add a little bit of white pepper to it, a little bit of seasoned salt. Real simple. I like to serve those on a plate and then serve it with some toast points as an appetizer. A little crostini with a little bit of sauteed honey mushroom. Feature the mushroom by itself because it is filled with so much wonderful flavor. I do, however, do something with the mushroom stock. Scott's going to pan the camera over to the stove, and what we've done is after we boiled those mushrooms off, and as I said, extracted the mushrooms, then blanched them in a cold water bath, we reserved, after pouring the broth that we boiled the mushrooms in, we poured it through a cheesecloth to strain out any junk, and now we're boiling it down and reducing it. That stock, I will then freeze, and I'll use it for soups and sauces and cooking throughout the year. Flavor bar none, so I've reserved the flavor in the stock. Fried butter, take about 2 tablespoons and put it in a saute pan. Then we're going to take our brushed, boiled, blanched honey mushrooms, put it right in the butter, maybe about 2 cups of mushrooms. We're going to put it stovetop, bring it up to a simmer. So our honey mushrooms are simmering, they're in the clarified butter. We're going to add a little bit of red onion, maybe 1/4 of a cup. Started with 1.5 cups, 2 cups of mushrooms. I'm going to add some flat leaf parsley that I've chopped, about 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of garlic, a teaspoon to a tablespoon, somewhere in there, depending on, that's fresh minced garlic. I'm going to get under the mushrooms. That slimy coat on them tends to, when they hit hot heat, sometimes they'll stick. I'm going to add a little bit of white pepper to this and a little bit of seasoning. In the kitchen at our restaurant, we oftentimes deglaze pans with wine. I would say with the mushroom, you could go red or white. I'm going to use a little bit of red wine, a little bit of burgundy. Deglaze at the end. As you can see, the mushrooms have caramelized a little bit, got a little crusty on the outside. Garlic is just barely brown. Our onions are cooked all the way through, translucent, even browned a little bit. I like it when it snaps like that. That's moisture coming out of that mushroom, little pop that you hear. We're going to take it now off the stove top. We're going to bring it over to our plate. We've made some simple toast points. We take some Parisian bread, you can take French bread, and we've just put it under the broiler, toasted it basically with a little bit of butter. And we're going to take that and we're going to put the mushrooms right there. And when we serve it, it's a great party appetizer. Come on over here, Mr. Young Stankowski. Use the bread as your spoon and bite away, and it gives you a little plate to eat it on. It's great flavor. What do you think of that, young man? Good stuff. That's a real nice way to serve the mushrooms. Feature them. You put a lot of effort into it. Make sure people know all the work you put in.